I was helping my mom because she fell and broke her nose like you stupid. I'm really depressed. It's out of hand because you guys were calling my parents non-stop in Rosington. Cop cars? Really? There's cop cars out there. Really? No, actually, my mom had calmed me down. My mom had to keep me calm when I was helping her up with her bleeding her head, and I'm the one who called EMS. And mom had helped me keep calm, and I was doing my first aid stuff. I don't want to hear with the bullies and my dad. Joe was saying something bad. I might end up doing it for him.
I just don't understand how Andy is aggressively gotten so worse, so bad, so out of control, so misbehaved problem. I mean, he was bad sometimes when he was younger. Yeah. And he was also like that for a while, but when he was in the working time, when he was going to McDonald's, when he was going to Burger King.
When he had a psychiatrist that actually cared and listened to him.
And they had somebody to work with him and stuff. He had a lot of problems, but things were under control. Ever since he has nobody, and everybody's dropping him because they don't want to deal with them, and even the police don't want to deal with them anymore. Anybody, he's gotten 10 times worse.
The mental health aspect of this nation has gone down tremendously in the last 10 years.
Well, I understand that, and I know that. But the issue is that they know you can't do anything unless you have a mouthpiece. And the mouthpiece costs thousands of dollars. And that's why they get away with it. Because once you have somebody to represent you, it's an all different story. That's just some of the shit the hospitals were pulling out of us.
Yeah.
And us.
It wasn't long ago where if you threatened you're going to kill yourself, that was just it.
Gone. And if you were really that bad, they had an insane asylum downtown in Buffalo, which they turned into a motel, unsuccessful motel, that the person went there for treatment and never got out unless they overcome their problem.
I mean, I understand that, a lot of people don't mean it, but when they say it and, start acting funny, that's a red flag.
I mean, I had a great aunt that was a nice lady, but she was Ella Megar's sister, but she was crazy. She went chasing, going after boys and girls and everybody in the neighborhood, and everyone was scared of her and everything. And that was after her husband died. I only know Messiah, and that was a long time ago when Grandpa Meg was alive. It was before 1965. He used to go to the house, and I felt streets, even the house when I was in there. But back then, when you needed the help, you went to these places, and everything kept you there. Nowadays, as soon as they see that you're okay, 5 minutes later, out before you go, thanks for the money and whatever. Goodbye. They don't even give you medicine or do anything for you. They used to give people shots in the butt or whatever they needed. Not anymore.
Yeah, she's falling now, and she's
terrible.
I knew something was going on when she fell out of her bed the other week.
The other day, it wasn't too long ago.
Yeah.
But she claims she slept out of it.
Yeah, right.
But she didn't get hurt yet. Not like tonight. But this shit of falling and smashing her nose on the fucking ground that she did, climbing on the cane. Yeah, as far as I know, when you're going down a ramp or something with the cane, you don't put it on the next step anyways. You leave it on the same step as you're proceeding to go to. Or to study yourself. I don't think you go like this to get down. That's kind of really taking a chance. You leave it up here, hang on to this, and then you go down to the next one.
Yeah, that's how she used to use the cane.
And what she did was the complete opposite. She had it already lowered to the next one and stacked. And she's leaning over forward, but if you go too far forward and lose your balance, you're gonna go head over heel.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't walk straight anymore, so I don't think she really should be using a cane.
Yeah, but any type of big wolf jam or stair, you can't have a walker or a mat out.
Well, she has to use the walker. Once you use the walker, you gotta use it like, you put the walker down first and then you step.
She might have been getting low, too, because it was getting late because of all the interference down with the phone calls and all the bullshit. And I postponed things to see what would rain or not, and then I was going to bring out the sandwiches, meant lunch meat and shit and eat, and then whatever. And hurry up, get away from him. But when this crap has been going on in the living room with the phone calls and shit, and my phone calls constantly, I figured, okay, interruption, and to find out, finally somebody called from around the world to tell me that they were on the internet.
So Andy's got to be given, if it's from around the world, he's got to be giving phone numbers out. Or
Exactly.
He's got to be phone numbers on the internet, because you know how he had his voice. How he had his voicemail when people called him. Oh, please call my dad. Maybe someone did call his phone, and it went to the voicemail and said, "Call you."
When I used to check his things on YouTube, he had a list sometimes of every person that used to be Jews, It used to be my name, Mom's name, everybody's phone number, Joe's phone number, anybody he dealt with that he knew, and I thought that was kind of strange, the whole lineup. I don't think it's not working.
I'm thinking about changing my phone number.
Let's see. Yeah, there's Toads go to the police station. The father report and wanted to come.
Say it to the police. Why? Nothing. Why? Because I want to teach you a lesson. That stay out of taking the fucking card number and stealing it and using it and then giving it. Well, then you get out because you're stupid, Andy. I don't want you in there harassing me. What's someone thinking about? I'll wait for the police to call.
And then he's got that autism life, whatever it is, subscribe. So everybody gets subscribed.
I want you to make a complaint. Out!
Mr. Earlier today.
I'm doing what you tell me to do. I don't want to be in your house. Good. You won't help me. You won't.
But anyways, there he used to have a list of all the recordings and all the people's fucking phone numbers, yours, mine, everybody. So they could have gotten it very easily. Every fucking single thing I do, he records it, puts it on there. Whether it's audio, video, or phone. And I don't have any rights. So I brought it up to the cops many times. You know, the cops said they couldn't do anything. He's just a hair in line of not being breaking the law. Bull crap.
Let me say something, please, real quick. Can I say something?
I don't know if I want to talk to you. I'm so thoroughly disgusted, Andy.
Maybe you should not be the way you are towards me, and I wouldn't have to record you.
Really?
Maybe I would. Maybe it's the abuse that you have done to me that caused some of the
What did I
issues
exactly
and
do?
the neglect that I've been through.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, Dad, all the recordings that you do to me online.
All the recordings.
All the things I post online of the crap I go through because of you.
Because of me.
Dad, I'm the one who tried to keep it calm, helping my mom out, and here you going off ape shit. And I'm trying to use my training for helping my mom out. And here you kept going after me. I'm the one who called the paramedics because I know you
Andy.
would not call them
Andy.
for my mom.
Andy.
I know you won't call paramedics when mom falls because you like torturing your old back.
Listen to that.
It is exactly what Mom and me were talking about when the cyberbully started calling her and harassing her.
What, that I don't do enough for Mom?
No!
And I don't do enough
No!
for Andy?
No!
Oh, I don't do enough. Okay.
No! You don't get Joe to help you.
I tried
And
to
you
get
don't
Joe.
get me to help you.
I tried.
And you know how to help me to help you.
No, now when you do this, all the bullshit where I gotta try to straighten things out, I can't.
Well, Dad, you know what you have done
No.
to cause me issues. You said the other day you will lose your lawsuit because of me.
I probably will. I don't know.
If it wasn't because of your actions that causes the issues for me, I don't think it's fair, Dad. This family has never been like this, Dad. And since I lost the support to my mom and dad and damn to get out of the house and go to work every few days, things got worse.
I'm gonna go out the house and go to work.
Dad, they're trying to get me in a group home.
Ooh, you can't even call Vanessa. She's not even available. And
No, you don't know what's going on.
We've been hearing this group home for 4 years.
Dad, you don't know what's going on, do you? I'm calling my APS worker to report this as soon as I can. Because, Dad, they're working on things.
exposing you for what? I can't.
But Dad, I don't like what you are doing to me because you're making it very difficult for me to get help. Remember me saying, Dad, to you the other day, last night and the other night, and a few other times?
This is what the problem is.
Do you want me to
blaming
get help?
himself, he's blaming me for...
Do you want me to get help, yes or no? And not just any kind of help, but help for what I need help with.
Well, that's the problem. Nobody knows what kind of help you need, Andy.
Well,
anymore.
Dad, my professionals know.
Professionals don't because they tried to get you in some place and said no, like every place.
No, Dad.
Everybody
Dad,
denies you.
please. Do you not see why I'm having trouble getting help? Do you not see why?
Because it's my fault.
Yes, it is.
See? Very good. That's a good
I
answer.
will explain
But
to you
what?
why. Because my
Because I
doctors...
won't help you
No!
with anything. I'm
Listen!
useless, and I'm just...
Dad, you need to listen
And
to
I'm
what
ready
people
to
are
blow up.
telling you.
And
Do you not understand, Dad, that I have autism and with the behaviors and the dysfunction of this house because you failed to
Function
create a
of this
routine and
house.
sameness for this
The
family?
function of the house is because of Andy. No one else has the function
Dad!
other than Andy. We get up and we do
I'm
things. We do what we
glad
can
it's on
do.
recording. That's on YouTube.
I really
in
don't-
my conversation just before the cyberbullies went through.
See, Joe?
Mom agrees.
We can't even have a personal conversation without his bullies.
Mom
or whatever.
agrees with what I'm
Really,
saying.
and every time I consult Mom,
Angela,
she's
my
disappeared.
APS worker, says the same thing.
Let's go bang your ass.
Okay, so go bang your head? I'm trying not to. I'm trying to express to you what you are doing that's causing me not to get help. Because you're not willing to help me with my routine so I could function independently. You are taking my independence away because you are not allowing me to have the tools
When he was
to
at
be able
McDonald's,
to
he knew how
be
to take a
independent.
shower.
You know how to do everything. I know, Joe.
But Joe,
That's
I
a
need
big,
a
big problem.
routine. I had a
Big
routine and I had my mom's help.
Mom held his hand for everything. Did you see that?
Mom
People don't know how
helped me.
help
So
this
did you,
They don't know
Dad.
how
The only thing Mom provided when Andy was at
Right.
McDonald's, take him to the doctors,
Right.
rides. Basically rides.
All right. She never once helped me with food. She never woke me up. She never once helped
And
me
I
with
never
my
once helped
routine.
you with food in the bathroom.
She never once did any of that, right? She never helped me with my medicines, right? Are you fucking kidding
What
me?
the problem is,
You're in
the time clock,
denial.
the time clock stopped in 2012 when Mom went downhill.
Dad,
and then in
I gotta
2011
walk
when I
away.
got
You-
my back and stuff
Hey,
couldn't
Joe.
work because Andy can't accept that people are disabled. They can only do limited things to what they can do, and that's it. And he doesn't understand that. He wants it to be like it was in the past. So would I like it. So would you and everyone else. Guess
Joe,
what? Things change.
Joe, do you
Not by plan.
see
Believe
what
me.
you are doing? You're feeding into this game, bitch. You're upstairs. You didn't even know Mom fell. Dad tried calling you. I tried calling you. You don't even respond. Do you not see that?
It's a little hard to tell and call somebody through the walls of the house. Andy.
Well, it's also kind of hard when he's upstairs to know what's everything's going on.
And I'm upstairs and I don't want to be down here for
He
the
knows
stress.
everything.
Well,
he
not only
knows
that, you got
he
the
knows
computer in
I'm
your
the
room.
problem.
Andy
He
said
doesn't
his
see
whole
what
thing
I'm
down
going
here.
through.
A bit louder.
Joe doesn't see what I'm going through down here, okay? He doesn't see you struggling like I do.
So what?
He doesn't see you help what you need help
I
with.
do what I have to take
He
by
doesn't
myself.
see me going at you trying to figure out how to help you. Remember, we had a family meeting 2 weeks ago. Did you ever want to take the charge of the house, Dad, of setting rules for me and Joe?
Like my,
Hell
like I
no!
would say you're an adult, you should be able to make
But
your own
Dad,
decisions.
Joe and me live under this roof, and Mom and me were talking about this. I asked Mom, why is Dad wanting to be a boss of me and everyone? He wants to set all these rules and stuff.
Because Mom's
No,
already
please
gave
let
you the
me,
answer.
please let me finish.
Because Andy, you don't listen to what you
But
say.
you like to get so bossy and you're so right about everything. You're so right about everything. You like control, you like the boss, but you won't tell me and Joe what to do to make it easier
around the house for everyone. For my behaviors, for my anxiety, for my stress, for your pain. Dad, when I first moved back in this house, February 19th, 2021,
the downstairs.
you couldn't walk. You couldn't walk. Remember, Dad? You could not walk. You were on that crutches because your broken ankle. What were you doing? You were asking Joe and me to do things. Who took down the Christmas tree after the 3 weeks I was in your house? Because Joe would not listen to you, Dad. What about who fixed the stair about a month later after I moved in? Dad, you asked Joe to help you with over the winter. Who was helping you cook dinner?
Joe was helping cook dinner, I can tell you
no,
that.
If I'm mistaken,
Joe went to the store and helped me shop and helped me bring the things in. Joe helped me even deliver the newspapers because I was doing
But who helped you? Who helped you when Joe wasn't helping you?
And snow blowed.
Who was helping you when Joe wasn't?
You're all going in the past.
No, I'm telling you when things work better for you, Dad. Dad, I'm telling you, when things work better for you, you ask me to do things.
Maybe if someone else
you ask me to do things for you, Dad, is what I'm trying to get at. When you were asking me to do things for you, you were in less pain. You were telling me, go get the chicken out of the freezer. You were telling me to go do this. You were telling me to do this. And I was happy doing that for you.
Yeah, but
do you not see that is what I need help with doing to function, to be told what to do, when to do, and how to do? Do you not see that? Stop yelling at me for not doing anything around the house and start helping me be told what to do so I can help you, damn it. Can you stop being in denial?
Would you stop it, please? You have to stop it.
Thank you for telling me, but Dad, you are doing some of this stuff to yourself. You are cutting me into pieces.
I got too much shit on my mind. Like your friends fucking me. Your buddies.
Then Dad, you should start helping me and focusing on the family rather than your anger towards everything.
When we worked the grill.
Can you please stop working on the grill, Joe, right now? I'm trying to help Dad.
I'm trying to tell you,
something.
You say you can't do routines or anything like that. If that was the case, you would always be running out of grill meat. You'd be always running out of chicken nuggets. Always out of chicken and
who helped me, Joe? Was there someone else in there? Was someone else in the kitchen with me?
There were times where you were
all the time I had somebody watching me and helping me with that. So
and there were times that you were by yourself.
Yeah, when it was slow. You're right. You're right. But I had to have help from someone else, Joe.
But you knew when you got to a certain level that you should drop meat.
I was told to.
Yeah, they used to tell you when you didn't need it, when you needed it.
Yeah, thank you, Dad.
But that was part of production.
But I needed that.
You worked at a Chevy line and building an engine, the boss would tell you how many parts you need to put on the line
you were wrong,
and how many you need to put to build that engine per hour.
Hey, Joe, do you realize I actually have Dad sticking up for me for
something? And if you had a problem, you had to call alarm or tell somebody, hey, I got missing parts or something's wrong.
Yeah.
And then they would have to figure it out. But Andy, you did the same thing. That's called production. It's teamwork.
I needed somebody else to help me, guide me. And that is where Joe...
when you go through training, Andy.
But Joe, I needed that help, even through the training. Do you not see this, Joe? Do you not see that you are causing some issues for Joe, Dad? I think you should look at what I needed to be done.
I look at your work history.
You look at my work history?
I look at your work history.
Work history is the only thing, right? I guarantee you, Joe, I can get a job like you right now. I guarantee you I can get a job and a good paying job with my resume writing unlike you. You can sit here doing DoorDash and doing nothing, and I could go online filling out an application right now just to prove your fucking fat ass. So go ahead, call me regress, call me stupid, and say I did all this shit.
No one did call
I'll show you that I can get a job, and I'll show you I can do it. I can do it because I'm autistic. I just need people to help me.
And you wouldn't have told your boss in the back years ago that you had autistic problems or everything. I announced it to the whole world.
No, I had
kept everything confidential and quiet to yourself and everything, and just done what you needed to do. Now you want the whole world.
I didn't know I was
The whole world.
autistic until just until the last few years. Okay, I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry, nobody can do anything about it because if it's
And I'm
disease,
sorry
everybody
that
has
you
diseases.
don't see what I'm going through. Why am I getting help today?
And you're not
The
gonna be able to
reason
go to
why
help
I'm
you,
not
bring it
getting
up
help is
over and over
because
and talk to
Dad
discuss
is
it
not
You're
helping me,
absolutely
and I
wrong.
cannot take care of myself.
Me and Mom already had discussions. We don't know what to do.
Dad,
We tried
you
everything.
know what to do.
And
I
it
keep
won't
telling you.
work. Your philosophy.
I will print out something. for you.
Work. Don't
Yeah,
bother. He's recording us.
I'll print it out again.
I really hope someone calls the police. Maybe then they'll do something. Because if it's
Washburn sure the hell wasn't it. He was in a boogie hurry to get out of here. As long as it wasn't Andy doing something to her.
maybe we should talk to our neighbor. Say if he's bothering you, because we've been trying to get him out. Maybe if someone else calls.
Maybe the neighborhood starts protesting.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious the police don't give a damn.
No, they know what's going on, Dad. They know what's going on and what the plan is, what they're trying to do for me. And you're not making it easy for me to get that help.
There's
Or
certain
any
officers don't
help.
even come here anymore.
Andy doesn't like it when I bring up his work record.
No, he don't like any of it to do because all he wants me to do, like the police say, is cater and wait on him and do
Like I'm
everything
trying to tell
because
him,
he's useless.
when you're working, you learn things.
And you learn new techniques and ways to do things quicker and more efficient. Like,
Yeah.
the more you do it, the better off, and the more you know.
Yeah.
But you can't get that through to him because he had people holding his hand. Mom even wants to work with him and everything else. That's torture. I mean, he's the one that showed me how to be a maintenance guy. Part-time at McDonald's for a short period of time when they needed a maintenance guy.
Stop
To help Gina out.
degrading me, damn it. Stop making it so
I want to know. Hey, how to wash the windows, what
Like
to
there's
find,
nothing wrong
how
with
they
me.
went around scraping.
You're
crap
making
off
it
the
sound like
clean
there's
the
nothing
toilet,
wrong with me.
clean
That's
the
the other
fires.
part. Why am I
And
getting
yeah, if
any
they're
help?
upset, they'll pull you aside and say what you're doing wrong or how you correct it. But you don't. But he wants that same correction every day.
Yeah, he wants a consistent with everything. But yet, he won't get up at a certain time. He won't take his pills when you tell him. He won't do anything you request. So, you know what? Like I told Mom, after a while, you just
Maybe
give
it's a
up. You
trauma
can't
that you're
force a
causing
donkey
me,
to
Dad.
tread water if he don't want to go because it's a stubborn mule. Yeah.
I love how he's doing this.
Apparently, Andy exposed himself to kids.
Joe, you know, my mom had that back surgery when you and him were really young.
Someone just had this about 2 days ago. I'm not sure how real it is, but I think it might be.
Yeah, okay,
Real.
so.
Being abused anymore by the school. Do you not understand that? Everybody's supposed to be busy.
Oh, that's me. He was on the front porch.
Take my parents' house. You want to know something? I'm not exposing you, but look, I can't take care of myself. I'm sorry.
And he pulled his pants down?
I'm trying to show you the problem. Take care of myself.
Really?
I'm
Hey, the cops are there. Then he must have done it. Joe, Andy,
Why didn't they arrest him for that?
I don't know. They don't seem to want to do anything.
Because I remember Andy crying to you when you were, early in the morning when you really had to go and there was no bathroom around. You find a bush, and Andy'd be like,
They're trying to
all
take a picture and
concerned.
expose. Yeah, he was all upset. He's full of shit. He's full of crap. You gotta go. Mr. Newman used to go over on the side of the house over here.
Yeah.
You have to do what you gotta do with that. I heard Mark a couple times. So you know,
I gotta get this away from my dad.
I don't care.
The lies, the
Keep it,
denial.
Quiet. You don't have to make a big scene out of it. I don't care. Sound like a woman just can't do it because she squat and drop her drawers. Yeah. No, he had to try to flash the flashlight on me at times when I was out there with the neighbors in the morning. Till midnight. And I was way up in the side over the edge of and I got pissed.
Mm-hmm. So what are we gonna do?
I just gotta go make something to eat or whatever, I don't know.
It's 10:30.
Go to McDonald's and order a takeout. I didn't go for this, so I'll go get the keyboard. And him thinking I'm going to bend over backwards to do everything for him. What does he do when I come downstairs? He's got his cups all over, his pop bottles all over, his garbage all over the sink, everything.
He knows where to put his plates.
Yeah, he doesn't do it. He just leaves it a mess for me to do over and over. And I look at it, okay, and he wants me to do things when I got other things to do and I got to do this. Fuck him.
You know, the difference is when I'm done with my pie plate, I put it in the sink because I know that's where you should put it, but you should also clean it off.
He won't even push the stuff down and being the potatoes in that garbage can. He should be 100% responsible taking them out and put them in the trash. It stinks and smells and everything else. What did he do? They have to leave the thing open and everything. I found the lid. That they threw it. They room to hide it the last time. So it would stink up and smell up the whole house plus the kitchen is unsanitary when you got urinating smells all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tolerate it. I can't take this. I mean, even the attorneys that were, the defense attorneys that were doing the deposition yesterday knew about Andy and asked questions about Andy about his behavior and his mental health and all this other shit.
So they're trying to blame his behavior on you.
I don't know where they're coming on it, but I know I mentioned the day before with Derek that we were waiting for a phone call about getting a family member, hopefully, to Bryant Lynn. It's really bad. I wanted them to know. Because some of the stuff and stress, I can't keep a straight head. You know what my difficulty was? They asked me in the camera route, because we had 2 routes at that time. What was the streets that we delivered on? Come on. I could not remember any of them. And it went blank. And I says, then they asked me the other one. The only one I could actually remember besides Conti was Cleveland and Brighton. So it says it was that district between Cleveland and Brighton, this area like that. And it was like things some of them didn't know. And then I kind of figured out the pictures. We didn't take all the pictures all at the same time. Remember I told you taking that day away from the cops?
Yeah, some of them, and the ones that had the snow on the ground were taken that day. The ones that when it was dry was January 6th, I would say.
Okay, that's why they need the dates and all this crap. They said, why did you take more pictures? And they asked me. I got out and I took the pictures. And I said, no, I could not walk at the time. I said, I had you take them. I said, I also did it for another reason. And then he made a comment about how come you didn't call the comments on the one building safety department on that for safety that you needed. I said, we called the police after this happened. Didn't realize it was that bad until I got hurt. That before someone else got hurt, because I just somehow running down or whatever pipe was running down to the sidewalk and filling the sidewalk with the cracks and being so crushed that somebody else is going to get hurt. We put a red flag on it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you could.
They're trying to accuse me we never did it.
Yeah, you could see that the snow was disturbed where you fell.
And then I made the evidence of things. I can't find that one. So you can look at it when you get on the internet where the crowd is. I know you.
What is supposed to
Take an extra of the chemical they chopped up. Remember they put it at the curb and they patched it up? They want to see that. I thought I had it. I don't know where the hell it went. And as far as I know, the pictures Derek gave to them, they all blew them up. I think there was no pictures of that one particular one that I had to take. So I don't know if it ever got there. I think I sent it to him, but I don't know if it went there. But just in case, we'll see if we can look that one up. Right now, Snowden's got to go over the hospital, see what I was going with Mom because
He did.
This is a family plan. Did you ever read that? Did you ever want to look at that? Did you ever try this? Hell no. What about this routine course?
See, there's the thing.
Do you ever try things that professionals, doctors, and counselors have told you how to help me?
Sit down. Sit down.
Why?
I say, take a seat. Now, take a seat. I'm telling you what I want you to do. So take a seat. Okay. Here's the question I got. Can I have this for a second?
Did you realize
it's my turn. It's what? My turn. Stop. Okay. Okay, Joe, do you need one of these? You sure? Maybe I better make one up for you. Because the reason why I'm asking this is Andy wants me to make this up. Right? For him.
For me.
Okay. How come Joe doesn't need one? How come I don't need one?
You know what? Maybe you should put things down there just to see if he does it. And if he doesn't, we'll record it and put it on YouTube.
Maybe you should see when I start planning my day, I start doing it. Maybe you should see how I'm doing it. Maybe you should see how much easier it is for me to function. Maybe you should see that I'm actually taking a shower. Maybe you should start learning that I'm autistic, Joe, and stop thinking I don't need help. Because that's exactly why I'm not getting anything. Because you never once was around.
Yes, you never had this in 2007.
No, I did.
You didn't have this in 2008.
So what happened? So what happened? So
Can you stop yelling at me and let me respond? What?
Well,
You asked me a question. Let me please answer. Stop drilling me. Can you stop drilling me? I'm trying to respond to Joe.
Put your hands on your arms, on the arms, and just relax for a minute. Okay?
Please.
Wait. If you want me to start telling you what to do and how to do things, you're going to start listening to me. Just put it there, right there now. Okay. Now, hold it. Take some deep breaths and relax. And then we're going to talk about it, but you got to take some deep breaths and relax.
I can hear.
No. Not until after you put your hands down and relax.
Because, Dad,
you got to relax.
This is all I'm asking for, is to have some help like I had doing this.
Okay.
And you know...
Okay, do what I say. Put it here. Okay. Now, you're going to sit here and just be quiet for a minute, take some deep breaths and relax. Okay.
Then I got to do this to do that.
Well, that's not quite what I'm telling you to do, because you want me to tell you what to do. Then we're going to find out how much you can do if I tell you what to do. I mean, I can do family planning. I can do a lot of things if you want for you, Andy. But the problem is, I'm not sure how close I can get to you when you get in these moods against me. And one of them that's really, really, really a big concern of mine and now Mom's is that phone call that we got tonight from out of the country and how upset that lady was. And she even tried to call the police to see what she could do to try to help us. She thought it was pretty well disgusting.
It is.
What you've done.
Well,
and you should have never done that. And furthermore, if you were going to do this thing, because we trust you, you should have, let me finish for a second, I'll give it to you in a minute. You should have told us, Mom, I'm recording. That lady was watching every movement thing Mom was doing there. Mom has the privacy of being a human being and a person and a woman and a mom to be able to do things without other people knowing every move they're doing. That is not right.
Dad,
that is like being in prison.
Dad,
I mean, you want to do that?
No, one person at a time, please. Dad actually said something. Let me please explain, Joe. Please. I cannot process two things at once. I would explain to what Dad said. Dad, I would not have to record my own personal life of being bullied because when I walk around only in a diaper at times, people make fun of me for it. I don't want to go through that. But Dad, I don't feel comfortable because of the things going on in the house that you're not accepting what I need help with. Somebody never once told you some of the things that Mom was doing to help me before she got sick. And all the additional help I had at McDonald's. I didn't have the same support I had at McDonald's that I didn't have at Wendy's.
You had fun at Wendy's, Andy?
Yeah, but Dad, I needed structure. It was work. It was meant to try to help me be able to work independently. The not having having
And you
playtime
also had.
wasn't something I wanted done. I wanted to work.
And didn't you have a psychiatrist at that time that helped you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the
That's the
psychiatrist.
thing that's missing.
And you know what
Well,
else is
Joe,
funny?
no, Joe.
Joe was friends with
Joe
Mark.
said something.
I was kind of friends with Mark. Mark worked with me and Joe
Dad,
doing newspapers.
Joe
and Mark
said
never
something.
said once about Andy being any problem. Oh, other than Andy was buying guys beer and he didn't like it, bringing it in the store after hours.
Dad,
Remember that, Andy?
Dad,
Remember that, Andy?
Dad, I want to please respond to what Joe just said, please. I had a psychiatrist who was evaluating me like they are doing now. Yes, Joe, you are right. What was my diagnosis, Joe, since you have my medical records I've given you? Major depressive disorder. All the way through major depressive disorder, NOS, which is not a qualified diagnosis to get any services other than mental treatment. Joe, I want to also ask you this. Why, when Mom was taking me to my appointments, she brought up the point I had autism. She felt I had autism. They didn't do anything based on my records until after Mom started not being able to help me in 2014 when Dad started going causing me issues. You don't see that is where I'm having issues with.
You don't see it that's where your problems began was when what was his name retired.
No, Joe, you're missing the point.
No, Andy, you're missing the point.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Because the mood swings.
Joe, can I please explain? You said something I want to be able to explain before I forget, please. If I had mental illness, fine and dandy. Okay? If I needed bipolar medicines or schizophrenia medicines or whatever, fine and dandy. When you're dealing with autism, you're dealing with a total different disability and all together. And that is where you and Dad are making people very confused when I go to ECMC because they're assessing me for mental illness. No, please. No, please. Because, Dad, it's on my records what you guys have said, and I heard some of the things you guys tell people.
Joe never said one word to them, Andy.
No, but you and Mom have said some of those
Joe
things.
and Dad.
No, I did not say Joe and Dad. I said you guys. You guys have said those things that these professionals got confused on what to look for me. Because you guys said these mood swings and things like that, and I used to do all this stuff, but you never once told these people what help I needed to do those things.
Andy,
Because Dad, a mental illness.
we do see the mood swings, Andy.
But Joe, do you know why I had mood swings?
They're real swings.
Do you know why I mood swings? Just look how Daddy you are so anxiety right now. I'm trying to explain something to you guys, and you guys are rapid firing at me.
Rapid firing?
Meaning you guys are, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's exactly what I'm talking about. You're not allowing me to explain myself. You're not allowing me to talk is what I'm having issues with.
Wait a minute. Put your hands down on the sides. Just remember something, okay? What I'm trying to stop you is because you're not quite explaining it right. Sounds like...
How else can I explain it to you that this problem is not mental illness, and the way you guys are expressing it, it makes it very confusing to these people. When you start bringing psychiatrists up, even Jews have told you this, Dad, and no, you have not been saying it this way, since Jews have helped you with some of the things. But Joe is the one who's bringing it back in.
We're trying to say you were much better behaved when you had one.
Joe,
if you ever become a parent, here's the
let me
confusion.
please
Just relax, man. Put your hands down.
That's what we've noticed.
What I'm trying to say.
Dad,
How would you feel if I sent you have a heart problem? Just an example.
Okay.
And how would you like if I sent you to a kidney doctor? Would you like that? Because
No.
I think that's what's wrong. Because I'm confused. Well, do
No.
you see the difference what me and Mom were going through?
Well, then,
Whether you had a heart problem or
can
kidney
you do
problem
me a favor?
or whatever?
Joe's
That's
making it
same
more
thing with
confusing
your
for me
problem.
when he's trying to tell me things and feed into this. So maybe
Nobody's feeding into anything.
because maybe if
Nobody's
he,
feeding into
well,
anything.
Dad, you want help understanding this? So
I want
can you
you to
please talk to
understand
me
me.
one-on-one? Can you talk to me one-on-one about this and Joe go inside? But
Well,
it
I
seems
want to
like
get something to eat. I gotta get to the hospital. It's almost 11 o'clock.
all I'm just trying to tell you is that I have issues with my mood and my behaviors, and this is what I'm going to tell you. When you say something and Joe says something, I had to. Okay, let me explain it the way I was told. I am thinking of something how I'm saying what I'm saying right now, and I'm trying to word it the way I'm supposed to word it, the way I'm thinking about how to explain it to you guys. When somebody else then becomes involved in saying something else additional, I have to then process that information, that brand new information, to then come up with a whole new response, and then I may forget what I was trying to say altogether.
Got two left.
And that is part of my disability. That is not a mood disorder.
It sounds
Because
like
I
it's
get-
normal disability
No.
for Daddy.
I'll get to that in a minute.
I forget.
Because I have this issue, I become frustrated when communicating and interacting with people. I become frustrated and confused. That causes me to get a severe anxiety when trying to talk to someone. Okay? That processing disability. Okay? That is what I have issues with. That's part of my autism. The behavior issue
But you don't have
is...
to identify it to everybody.
No, but you asked me...
How about if you just start wording it, I have a problem.
But Dad,
Not
What-
give it a
what
technical
about
name
this
anymore.
here?
I have a problem. Or
Dad?
can you help me with my problem? How about that, Andy? Could that work?
I have a problem with two-way conversations. This is why I'm trying to explain it
All
to
right.
you so you can
But I'm trying
understand
to help
it
you a
better.
little bit about saying about problems.
But you said that that's a normal part of life. Everybody goes through that. You are absolutely right. Every single person has a form of auditory processing disability. And also, everybody has a form of autism. The problem is autism and auditory processing for it's just normal life. It's normal human behavior. When it becomes a diagnosis is when it's beyond the extreme of the behavior norm. When there's a severe behavior disturbance, when somebody's trying to have a social interaction with the person. That is the part I have issues with.
Okay, yes.
Okay, do you see that's what
Yeah,
causes
I got it to the point where I got
by
that,
the
but
way,
we gotta get going.
Before I
done.
came in, because I started my gabapentin, and the reason why my doctor put me on that was so that my body can process my outside environment in a little bit.
Well, I hope it does
Because
work, Andy.
Jessica's friend had
Gotta get going.
explained to me. Jessica's friend explained to me before Mom fell and before the cyberbullying started going at Mom. But the problem is that this person had explained to me something that the processes that are going around me is people our brains are so so quick and rapid firing.
Well, here's a good
The
example
reason
right here,
why I'm
Andy.
recording, Dad, is because
I have a
my behaviors,
problem.
Dad.
Yeah, but you don't have to
And you-
record private conversations trying to discuss matters.
Then
Because
no, I'm
that
not
way there, we know it doesn't when it gets to our personal life on the internet.
Thursday, August 25th, 2022, 10:56
I'm
p.m.
taking the computer thing off, and I want to take it off the computer and everything, but I'm having a hard time with my behavior because I'm scared of how I may. Remember, Dad, when I was younger? Remember when I was younger, Dad? How I used to get real aggressive.
But we didn't have internet.
Do you remember?
I
when
had video
used
if I wanted
hurt
to,
you,
but I didn't
Dad?
do that.
Dad,
Do you remember when I used to hurt you or Joe?
Kind of.
Do you remember those days?
Not really.
Do you remember I know I hurt my head? I used to bite myself. I used to hurt people.
Well, yeah, you used to bite and kiss the cops anyway.
Well, I'm scared of that.
Oh.
Okay?
Why are you scared of it for?
I'm scared of losing control over my behaviors because I have this issue of communicating and interacting with people that I'm very hard at doing this, communicating things.
Okay, relax, Eddie. Take it
And
easy.
it's very difficult for me. And then when people try to assess me, they see trauma in my life. And that brings in a whole different new animal because then they're assessing me for that. Angela and me had talked about this, and I'm going to turn the recording thing
Andy,
off
no,
because
we don't
I
listen to
don't
that,
want.
Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to help expose the creature. And remember, Andrew Ditch fakes autism.